Just a few days ago, I sprained my ankle and it was hurting so bad.
Yeah.
I sprained it while I was raking these leaves, and I had to stop this whole process until my ankle healed. But now it's back. Still feel a little pain, but I have to get these leaves up before the winter weather starts. Everything is still the same. I'm still trying to get back full strength, but it is what it is, you know. Sometimes you gotta roll with the punches, and sometimes the punches get you, but you still have to keep getting up, and that's what I'm doing. I'm keep getting up, over and over, as long as it takes. I just keep getting up. Remember, this is the area where I dumped the leaves. Shortly after this is where I fell down and hurt myself. So after I dump these leaves, I'm going to be very careful not to hurt myself. I'm going to put these leaves to the side. I'm going to walk down the other side of this mountain so I don't go falling because yes, it hurt and it hurt bad. But I'm back, baby. I'm back. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, welcome back, everybody. I'm Ricky from the SmallsRV Adventures. And if you don't know me, I travel along with my family, 5 kids, my wife, and my dog Mac, and we travel around the whole country in this Class A motorhome. On this episode, we're going to do a little bit something special. I did a little bit of upgrades I'm going to show you. It's not that many, but every week we do new upgrades to a lot of the things to make our traveling easier. And as you know, we did buy a car hauler when we purchased this Class A motorhome, and that's to tow our vehicle with us with the motorhome. On the car hauler, we had to put a hitch receiver, and that's because when we go long distance and we stop at a rest area or we stop anywhere and we want that full speed internet and it's no cell phone service, we can easily take out the Starlink and we can put it on the flagpole. That's another thing that we purchased and attach it to the hitch receiver on the car hauler just to give us that speed that we need. Because as you know, we're a family of 7 and a dog, and the internet is a priority in our house. So we're gonna need that high speed internet so that everybody can stay connected. Yes, we still have the AT&T hotspot by FirstNet, and that only supplies us with 5 spots for hotspots for internet, and sometimes you may need a little more. So that's why I want to try out this flagpole with the Starlink satellite receiver and our hitch receiver just to see how well that works. And that flagpole is a telescoping 20-foot in the air pole. I'm gonna have to do some modifications to that as well because I seen some videos on people installing the flagpole, and I don't know if I trust the way that it locks in place because I'm having trouble with some of the locks itself. Like it's not locking the way that I want it to lock. So we're gonna troubleshoot that, and that's gonna be on this video or a future video. But that's it in a nutshell. As you guys saw, did the fall cleanup, and that happens every year. So let me show you what we installed on the car hauler. It's in its infancy stages, but I just want to show you guys how it looks. This is the hitch receiver by Oracle. I guess that's how you pronounce it. But this is what we installed on the car hauler. Yes, it's backwards. I wanted to see how this works because I do have a winch and I'm going to install another one of these right here. And that's to pull a vehicle up the car hauler. But this comes with your standard 2-inch receiver. I like this brand because this brand, I'll show you on this side, it can go from 4 inches to 2.5 inches. So it's 4 inches on this side. This opens up and it locks into place with this screw. So it's really good and it's nice and tight. This is not going anywhere. So that was the main reason I got this brand. So I'll show you the flagpole now that I'm going to hook up to this. But this is unbelievably easy to hook up. And let me show you the flagpole. Where there's not too much interference, too much traffic, we can leave the Starlink receiver on this little tripod here, and that holds it up fine. But when we need to get clearance and we need it high up in the air, that's what we're going to use the flagpole for. Hi. Say hi to the people. Ooh. Ooh, say hi to the people, Mac. He don't want to say hi. He's just looking. It's hot out here today. It's going hot, then cold at the temperature right now on the East Coast. So here's the flagpole, and attached to the flagpole is a flagpole hitch receiver. I'm going to put the link down in the description. You can get this flagpole off of Amazon too, but I got it from Harbor Freight. I'll put that link in the description as well. It's just a 20-foot telescoping flagpole. So you just put this part into the hitch. You have your pin to lock it into place, and then you have this other pin here. Keep forgetting the name of it. I always have to look it up, but I get these from Tractor Supply. They're usually in the back section, back wall. So this flagpole with the flagpole receiver and the hitch, this is how you hook it up, and you can put that bad boy over 20 feet into the sky, and the Starlink will be right at the top of that, right there above all of the obstructions on the highway. This is how the flagpole will look when it's installed on the back of the RV. Again, you need it to go above the back of the RV. One good thing about this flagpole and this flagpole hitch receiver, it goes right inside of our pass-through. So I got everything in here, and the pass-through goes right in, and it's not hitting any wires, not pressed up against anything, and this is the way that it goes. Let me show you guys the speed test that we're doing with the Starlink here. Sorry for the shaky hands, but this thing is incredibly fast. We're going to do the test about 2 times just to show you the speeds that we're getting. I'm standing in front of the dish, so I'm probably blocking it a little bit. So I'm going to do this test, and I'm going to do another one where I'm going to be standing closer to the modem. But look how fast this thing is going. That's unbelievable. 198 megabits per second and 21 megabits per second upload. The speed test again. We're a little closer to the router. But look at these speeds. The closer you get to the router, the higher your speed gets. And that's absolutely fast. Sorry about the shaky hands. I'm going to do this a 3rd time where I'm going to go inside the RV right next to the router. So right now it's 283 megabits per second download and 24 megabits per second upload. So let's go next to the router. Against the wall, we're going to hit the speed test again. And let's see if we get faster speeds being close to the router. This is like right after each other. So these speeds are really fast no matter where you are inside of the RV or outside of the RV. The router is inside. It seems like we got a faster test outside of the RV. So this is pretty cool. We were having some audio issues with this clip, but I can just talk over and tell you what I was saying. We do a lot of sponsored videos on this channel, and some of the products that we receive do come from China. So sometimes the shipping is not the same shipping that we have here in the States. So you have to go through their tracking company, and their tracking company, everything was in Chinese, Mandarin Chinese. So I had to use a translator to see where all of the packages were. This is some nice scenery going to the post office. Well, going to the mailbox first to see if we have to go to the post office, but this is just some great scenery. But remember, we do sponsored videos on this channel. So going to the post office, we just have to see if there is a package there coming from a company called EDUP. So this video would be sponsored by them if the package is there. You will know shortly, but this is some of the things you go through when you're dealing with sponsorships. It's not anything negative. It's a positive thing because, hey, I get to learn another language and I get to deal with different people and establish new relationships. It's always a plus establishing new relationships. But here we go on the way to the post office. Not a long ride, but it's a rather short one, and we get to look at all of the scenery and the fall foliage. In the previous clip, you saw the trees just bare. The leaves have already fallen. In previous videos, you saw them full. But this is almost at the end of this voiceover. I'm sorry the voiceover is so long, but I had to put something in its place because I sound like a computer. So here we go to the post office. So this is the fall foliage that I was telling you guys about. It's not even fall foliage anymore. These trees are bare. Everything gets fallen off, but you get to see more of the sky and this nature. Look at this beautiful open area. Open, nice water. One of these days I'm gonna get my canoe. I'm gonna buy a canoe, and me and Mac is gonna go out there and just stream along. So let's see what they have available in the post office. We did have a slip saying that we had to come in and there was something available inside. And yes, we got a package on the way back to the car. I'll show you guys inside what was inside the post office. The power over Ethernet adapter that came. So let's open it up and see how this bad boy looks. So here we go. Wow, it doesn't come with any hardware. That's strange. I mean, I can make my own connections forward, but I would think that it would come with hardware. But it doesn't come with any hardware. But let's see how it works. I do have the Starlink Gen 3, and it looks like the power supply, the negative goes into the number one, the positive, well, the positive goes into the number one, the neutral goes into the number two, and then the Ethernet thing that comes from the Starlink, the original cable, goes in the power over Ethernet, and then that goes straight into your Starlink, it looks like. And then we come to the other side. You have a regular Ethernet cable going in here, and then you have a 12 outlet here. You have your regular USB-C and your USB-C. But what I don't understand is that on my router, I don't have this piece here. And I'm thinking you need this piece here because my router has a regular socket. But I'll check it and see it. I'll look at it again once I get it. It may be a USB-C that goes into a power brick to convert the power. So I can check that out because maybe that will work. But I'll see once I get back to the camper. So I'm back in the RV, and I do believe that the Starlink has a USB-C type connection, but it's going into the power brick that converts it to the 120, 240 volt outlet, or the 15 amp outlet, the household outlet. So I'm gonna see if I can use that to power the Starlink. If not, I don't know what I have to do, but we're gonna try something to get this figured out. But I'm thinking if I use the PoE injector, I don't need to use the power brick because the power source would be coming from the PoE injector. But the only thing I'm confused about is the power going into the router. So it goes the router into the injector, and the router also the satellite also goes into the injector. So it goes in one port, the satellite goes in one port, and the injector goes into the other port. And the power comes from a battery or some of the source, a DC source. That part I do understand, but my problem is that I have to work out how I'm going to set that power going into the router because that's how the satellite gets the power. So we'll see how that works out. Hopefully, I don't fry my dish, but if I do, I'll buy another one. I was describing this in the car. This is how we have our Starlink, the router, and everything hooked up with our UPS. This is Velcroed onto here so it doesn't go anywhere when we're mobile, so we can leave that. And here's the PoE injector from EDUP. I'm going to see how to hook that up. These instructions come very clear where it shows you just how to hook everything up. This here is the device that I have. This is the Starlink cable that came with everything. I do have another Ethernet cable that I can hook up into this portion over here on this side. But the only thing is I don't have this piece. This is like a router or PC. So I'm going to see if I can use our router that way. If I can't, I'll contact EDUP and see if they can send me this piece. Because if I have this piece, it just makes everything a little more simpler. So let me see if that will work out. But that's going to be on another video. This one is just introducing this power over Ethernet injector. With the slides in, he still manages to block every route that you have to go from one side of the RV to the next. He can easily go up on the couch, but he decides not to. He can go on the bed. He decides not to. He wants to sit right by us, right in the front, which is okay. But this is where he likes to lay. These floors must be comfortable because he's always just laying down on the floor. And guys that's asking about his bed, yes, he has a bed, but he doesn't sleep on it. It has to be next to us, and then he'll get on it. So we already went over the speeds that we get with the Starlink. I'm wondering with the PoE if the speeds will remain the same or get higher or decrease. Don't want them to decrease because it's fine the way that it is. And like I said, we have a big family and everybody relies on this internet and it's been working flawlessly. You know, we haven't traveled yet with that things stuck to the wall. So this would be the first trip with everything stuck to the wall. I don't know if the last trip that we made, if these were stuck to the wall. I don't remember. I'm thinking they weren't, but there's a chance that they could have been stuck to the wall. But the UPS, we didn't have it stuck up the way that we did. So now we're gonna try that. My wife has a counter space back where I don't have anything in the way. You know, everything is on the wall, and of course the UPS is attached to the wall, but it's standing up tall. It's attached to the floor. Well, the whatever this thing is called, the countertop, the bottom and the wall with Velcro strips, strong Velcro strips, so that it can't move. It can't go forward. It can't go this way or that way. So it's on there pretty good. So let me see how that holds up. What else could I say? This thing is going really well. But in the next video, it's going to be like a travel day. And after the travel day video, we're going to do some hooking up of this power over Ethernet injector. We're going to hook it up, some troubleshooting and everything like that. But that's going to come on a video after this. I just like the way that it looks. It's sitting up there, but I'm not leaving it where it is. I'm going to have to bring one of my 12-volt 100 amp hour batteries. I have a 200 amp hour battery too, but I haven't figured out a way how to get it from the floor into the garage downstairs into the motorhome up here, and I don't want to drill into the walls. So I'm looking at existing entry points that I can see in the RV that's covered up, but you can still see that there are entry points from the garage up into the motorhome. So I may have to use one of those pass-throughs to get it into Some here. Of the pass-throughs I'm talking about include this area right here. This here is a pass-through, and but I don't know exactly how it goes through into the batteries that we have, so I may use another pass. Here's another point where you have power coming in. I just have to detach this here and go inside of there to see where the power is. So the batteries are right in this door here, this bay, and I would have to get the power inside of the RV from that bay. So I'm sure there's an entry point inside of the RV. Maybe, hi doggy, maybe through here somewhere. I gotta go open up the cabinets and see if it's through the cabinets. All right, before I end the video, I want to show you guys what I did with the shower curtain. I think I showed you on the previous video, but now we did something really cool with it where I don't have to worry about, the kids taking a shower and the water leaking out the shower because, as you know, this motorhome came with a glass shower door. Not too fond of that, but hey, you got to work with it. Just like with the beds, we have to work around it. Well, let me show you what we did to combat that issue by putting shower curtains in. And with the shower curtains in, you can't even see that there's something there. So it's pretty cool. So I'm going to cut on the light over here just so that, it's a little bright and you can see exactly what I did. So this is the shower that came with the RV. The glass door is like a triple pane door and that closes up. But I don't like this too much because the kids can go in and everything. So what we did is we can still open this. It's a latch. You got to always make sure that the latch is on. And this opens, a little maneuvering that you got to do, but it's hard to do it with one hand. So this is how it looks when it's fully open. It's hard to do with one hand with the camera in my hand. And that's how it looks. But the water gets trapped in there from the inside. You see how each one of these planes take up one area, and then when you open up the planes, the water comes splashing out. See a little caulk there, and to open it again, open it up just like that, and this attaches in place right there, so that can't move, and you're safe during transport. They say always put that over the glass break easy. What we did, we put shower curtains on here, and like that, the water doesn't come out. You can't even see inside. And the shower curtains go all the way down to the bottom, so everything is nice and covered. And the inside, you can have the shower curtain at the wall, so that the water has no chance to little things here. So there's no way for it to come out. It just goes straight down the drain that's inside right there. That's where the drain is. The water would just go straight there. That was Mac barking. So when you get these motorhomes, this is something that you have to do. You know, you have to try to change things that you can change, modify things, and that's the whole thing about this lifestyle. So guys, I'm gonna put a link in the description for that EDUP power over Ethernet injector. I believe it's 180 watts, 5-in-1 PoE injector. I'm going to put a link for the EDUP website. Really cool people. They reached out. We've been in contact from day one, from the shipment to the delivery. We still stay in contact on WhatsApp. So I'm going to let you guys see that. Also in the description, I'm going to put that flagpole hitch receiver and the flagpole 20 feet telescoping flagpole inside the description. I also pin a comment inside of the comment section so that you guys can see it. I'll pin a link inside the comments so you guys have two ways that you can look at it if you want to look at it. And remember, if you purchase it using our links, especially on Amazon, we're Amazon influencers, we do get a small commission for the things that you buy from Amazon using our links. It doesn't change the price of the product. It's just Amazon's way of showing us love for showing you the product. So I'm going to leave you guys with a look at the shower and the power over Ethernet injector and the Starlink satellite. See you guys later. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Check to see if you subscribe.